Testing 1 2, check. Mic test 1 2 1 2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the newly remodeled Highlanders. Mission Vets was a district opponent here for a couple of years before we did the realignment. But we actually faced Mission Vets last year in the playoffs. We beat Mission Vets 15-7 in the bi-district round. But then, if you remember, in 2021 during the COVID season, we beat Mission Vets 42-28. So there's a little bit of a rivalry here when it comes to a little postseason between us and the Patriots. So it should be kind of interesting to see what happens. You got two teams filled with tradition. Again, beautiful facility here. Tom Landry Stadium, of course, everybody remembers Tom Landry. One of the greats, born and raised here in the RGV, Cowboys legendary coach. Need I say more? What an honor, obviously to name this stadium after him, and what a beautiful facility. We want to thank their athletic director, Tom Lee, and all the staff for making us feel welcome here. Of course, I've got Pete Vallejo, George Ford is here with me, the three-headed monster. Feels good to be back with you guys again. We're going to begin our pregame show. We're going to rush through this pretty quick. Give you a little information about last week. Of course, the Patriots took on Mission High. We're actually here with a couple of Mission High fans. We tried to get these guys, the clock operators, try to become. They said, "No, sir, we're sorry. We are Eagles till we die." So, can't change it, and we respect that. But in the Battle of Conway, which has been their rendition of the Battle of Mission, and it's been a battle that's gone on for a long time. Patriots won that battle 28-0 in the opening week of the 2025 season. Vets actually tallied 348 yards of total offense, with a majority coming. Quarterback Roman Reina. Name might sound familiar. His older brother was a quarterback guru, which, if you know Mission Vets, they are known for building all-state quarterbacks. That's one thing that Gilbert has done here. He builds all-state quarterbacks. He's had a ton of them. His son, Landry, Ricky Reina. I can go through the whole list of quarterbacks that he's had that's been all-staters. But Roman was the workhorse. He only sophomore, threw for 218 yards, had 3 touchdowns to the air, had 44 yards on 2 carries, as he had 262 yards of total offense for the Patriots. But the big thing was the defense actually picked a shutout as they held Mission actually scoreless throughout the entire game. As for the Jackets, the biggest question coming into this year was rebuilding. Of course, Edcouch won a district championship for the first time since 2013 and won a bi-district title as well. But the big question was, how are they going to be able to bounce back after losing 28 seniors in total coming into the 2025 season? Not to mention, they opened the season with one of the toughest schedules in the Valley. You open with Donna, then you take on Mission Vets, then you have High, then you have Enberg, PI in non-district play. So, I mean, you're facing some dogs. Let me tell you, some powerhouses, in non-district play before your bye, and then you open district against, surprise, surprise, Mercedes. Talking to Coach Cardenas, I asked him, Coach, look at those numbers are overwhelming to try to capture another title. What are the expectations? They're always the same, John. They're no different. We want to win a district title no matter what. We understand what we've lost, but we also understand that these kids know the expectations of being a Jacket and wearing these colors. And what it takes to be a Yellow Jacket. They understand the tradition. They understand that, hey, expectations are low. They understand that, they're not expecting. But again, let me tell you this. We have six starters on the offensive side of the ball and 3 on the defensive side of the ball. So, offensively, we love what we got coming back. Great skill position players. And defensively, we've got Derek Cardenas, who is a stud, on the outside, on the D line, and our secondary is no pun intended, second to none. So he said, the biggest gaps we need to fill, obviously, is in the trenches. We need to build in those trenches. That's going to be the biggest thing. But he said, we're going to find the right players. We're going to be able to fill those gaps, and I guarantee you, we're not going to skip a beat. He said, we got a lot of kids that are going to battle. They want to fight for those positions. They want to fight for starting positions. And that's what we've seen all through camp and preparing for the regular season. Well, going into that opening game, let me tell you something. They showed no signs of rust. They showed zero rebuild whatsoever. They looked like a reloaded team as they took on a very, very big, strong, physical team. We're going to take a break, folks, as they're playing the anthem. We'll be right back. Great rendition of the anthem there by the Mission Vets. So again, as for the Jackets, again, they showed absolutely no signs of a rebuild. As offensively, Tank Benya led the way, throwing for 150 yards on 14 of 20 passing and a touchdown, while the defense absolutely suffocated Donna by holding him to 78 total yards and pitched a 20-0 shutout in Week 1. Some breaking news that we have here, folks. Tank Benya did roll his ankle in Week 1. Does not look like he's going to play in this game. It looks like they're going to go ahead and go with John Amaya under center at quarterback, so we are going to make sure to monitor that. But overall, Coach Cardenas was very pleased with what he saw of his team. He said, you know what, the kids responded. You did a great job. Tank did a great job. He said, I was very impressed with the O-line, the D-line. Donald, very physical. They had a lot back on defense. Our offense held their own. We ran the ball. Started the game running the ball. That set up for Tank able to do his thing. And then, from there, our defense the guys were relentless, man. They got to the quarterback 4 times. We held Donna's run game in check, and that was big. It was big for us. In fact, Derek Cardenas had such a big game. He was named the Channel 5 Playmaker of the Week for Week 1. So congratulations to that. Now, keys to the game. Here's going to be my keys to the game real quick before we get started. For Mission Vets, this is pretty obvious. This is what they do. I've known Coach Gilbert for a long time. Offensively, the game revolves around the quarterback, simply put. Okay, like I said, he develops quarterbacks. He loves to run the spread. He's got a ton of playmakers on that side of the ball. Run and gun. He's going to try to outscore you. That's one thing about it. It's kind of similar to when Peyton Manning played for the Colts. They're going to try to put them points on the board. That's one thing that he likes to do. Now, can he run the ball? Yeah, he's going to run the ball. He's going to try to mix it up on you. Obviously, he doesn't want to just sit there and put all his eggs into one basket, but he does like to throw the football as well, and he likes them dual threat quarterbacks. He's going to try to challenge our defensive backfield, which is going to be interesting, and that's going to be one thing I want to see. Because what did I say? Our strength on defense is our defensive backfield. So I want to see their offense, their weapons against our defensive guys, okay? So that's going to be curious. Defensively, Gilpin said, he's got a very strong defense, feels like it'll be the strength of his team this year. He's got a couple of linebackers. Are they going to be able to apply the pressure? Now that there's a new quarterback in, I think they're going to try to apply the pressure to the quarterback, to get to that run game, find a way to stop that slot T. That's what they're going to have to do, basically. As for Edcouch-Elsa, obviously with Amaya under center, the game plan is very simple. Don't get rattled. Relax. Play your game. So we're going to see what the call is on the coin toss. Okay, we should have the call here in just a little bit. No, anyway, as for Edcouch, again, if you're Amaya, just relax. Just relax. Don't get into the hype. Don't get nervous. Just play the game. Remain on the task at hand. O-line, do what you do, and you know what? Win in the trenches. Okay? Play clean football. Eliminate turnovers on both sides. Costly penalties. Okay? Watch the short game. Watch those trick plays. No costly penalties, no late hits. Make a statement. When you're going at him, make a statement and let Derek Cardenas loose and let him go. Same thing on the D-line. Dominate, control the trenches. Simple as that. If we do those things, I like our chances. I'm going to tell you right now. So, Pete, I'm going to start with you. Obviously, prediction time. You know what Vets does. Spread, quarterback. Full ball, Edcouch, slot T. You saw these both teams pitched a shutout. What are you expecting tonight? We don't like to give scores, but what do you think is going to happen, and what do you see is the key, and who do you think's got this thing?
Okay, well, I know we're more than likely going to go with a backup quarterback, so I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Considering our defense did really well last week, shutting down Donna. And it's a different animal this week, but I believe they have what it takes. And offensively, I think we're going to have to push the defensive line off the ball better than we did last week, because I know we were having trouble, but basically our running game was a de facto short passing game with Peña, but I don't think we can do that
Man in motion for the Jackets, handoff. And the Patriots defense right there to stop him. Number 9, Aiden Garcia on the carry. That's going to be a loss of about 4. You're looking at 2nd and 14. And boy, Mission Vets was there in a hurry. 2nd and 14. Trips to the left. One man in the backfield. Blitz coming. Pass is incomplete, just over the head of number 23, Joshua Sandoval. Was it 24? 24 Villapando, I'm sorry. So 3rd and 14. It was a nice pass, honestly, just a little over his head. But I got to say, it was a good pass. So 3rd down and 14. Obviously, this is going to be a passing play. So 3 receivers set. Again, blitz coming. Play stops. We do have a flag. Most likely going to be a false start. False start against the Jackets. Going to move it back 5 yards. And that's what we talked about. Those costly penalties. You cannot have those in this game. So it's going to bring it 3rd and 19. It's going to move the ball back to the 21-yard line. Back to pass, the lefty. That one incomplete, intended for number 15. 16, Irvin Melgoza. You know, I got to give him credit. He's throwing it there. He's throwing it, within the vicinity. It's just either right over his head or just a little above. He's just got to get that timing down a little bit. But I got to say, it's not too far off. So it's going to bring down a 4th down situation. Vets is going to have excellent field position. Doing the kicking duties is Salinas. Jackets are going to down it at, looks like about the 37-yard line. So again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in on this beautiful Friday night, week 2 of Texas high school football. John Cannon, Pete Vallejo, George Flores, we are back again. It feels so good to be back. Back here again. We are at the newly renovated Tom Landry Stadium tonight. Mission Vets and Edcouch. Pass, I believe that is incomplete. It did hit the turf. A little low there. That was for number 4. Quentin Valverde. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. So right away, Reyna, he's attacking through the passing game. He's challenging the secondary. So again, quarterback keeper. He's going to pick up about 6 on that run. We're going to look about 3rd and 4. That's one thing. When you've got a dual threat quarterback, it's tough to defend those guys, because if they can find just any little seam, they're gonna take it. They're gonna take it. So, man in motion is number 3, Fernando Villarreal. Handoff, and it's gonna be short. Good stop by the Jackets. You had number 7. And number 62 on the stop for the Yellow Jackets. Actually, not numbers. I think it was number 52. Should be Garcia and Looks like both Garcias, Servando Garcia and Jeremiah Garcia. 4th down. This time they are going to punt it. Back to receive for Edcouch. Block punt by the Jackets. Recovered. That is big. There you go. That's a break we needed. That is a break we needed. So we got the stop. We got the block. No penalty. Great field position. Edcouch ball. Here we go. All right, defense did their job. Now it's offense time. Here we go. Amaya in at quarterback and 3 receivers set. 1 man in the backfield. Handoff. Number 22. Mercado. Going to pick up a couple of yards on that. Gets about to the 50-yard line. Maybe the 49. We're going to say 2nd and 8. And that's okay. Just get a couple of yards here and there. Just keep working that ground game. It's going to come. It's going to come. 7:55 and counting. 7-0. Mission Vets. Handoff once again. He's going to get past the 50-yard line. Once again, Mercado, ball carrier. Picks up a yard. 3rd and 7. So now 5 wide spreads everybody out for the Jackets. All alone in the backfield is Amaya. He's going to run it, and he's going to get a 1st down. Smart heads-up play. That was a smart play. I like that. I like that. Yeah, by looking by the spot of the ball, it is a 1st down. Yes, that is. That was smart. I got to give them a lot of credit there. I think they kind of got Mission Vets, kind of caught him there because with that 5 wide, I don't think they expected Amaya to run it. But, boy, I tell you what, he rolled out to that left, and he just found enough to go to the left side, and about 2 yards shy, he had a defender on him, but he challenged him and was able to get past and got just enough to get that ball just past the nose of that 1st down marker. I tell you what, Pete, I'm impressed. So far, I know the couple of throws he's thrown, he's been there. It's been just a little bit of timing, and then that nice run. I got to give this kid credit. He looks sharp.
Yeah, I mean, he probably just has to shake off the butterflies, the little nerves that he has early on because he's playing out of position. But I expect him to settle down and get into the groove of things as the game goes along.
So 1st down for the Yellow Jackets. 6:31 on the clock, 7-0. Once again, Mercado in the backfield, handoff. And he isn't going anywhere as the Patriots stop him in his tracks. So no gain. I'm going to say 2nd and 10. They're giving it a loss of 1, but we're going to go and say 2nd and 10. Man in motion is number 24. That is Villapando. Rolls out nice. Oh. Amaya was looking for number 9, Garcia, and that was close. That one almost picked off by Vets. He had Garcia right there, but Garcia just out of his hands, and that would have been a big play, but luckily Vets was not able to come up with that INT. So again, splitting everybody wide on third down. Amaya going deep, just out of the hands. Literally just one step shy. Number 3, Brandon Morales. I mean, he was literally one step from that ball. I mean, that ball was fingertips away, and he would have been in. He'd been in the end zone. It was a beautiful pass, I got to say. Nothing wrong with that. So 4th down and 11. Obviously, punt it away. It's a smart move. You got to. On 4th down, no doubt. But I give Jackets credit. No, hold on. What happened there? Hold on. Timeout. Something was, no, I think it was a bad snap, to be honest. It looked like a bad snap. Yeah, it looked like a bad snap. So, timeout. I believe it was Mission Vets called that timeout. They got one left. But 5:36 remaining in the opening quarter, 7-0. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight here in the Edcouch-Elsa ISD YouTube channel. John Cannon, once again, back in the rocking chair after, God, how long has it been? 2 years, I think. I don't know. It's like the song. It's been a while since I first saw you. Of course, on the way over, the guys we had to make a little stop at one of their local eateries that they like to go to, and of course, I can't do it anymore. I'm on this massive weight loss journey, so I had water, and lady spilled it all over me, so it was nice and cool. Coming up, thank God there wasn't very much water in the glass, because that would have, thank God it was only water, wasn't something else. But anyway, kick goes out, so it's going to be Mission Veterans football. I'm sure you're all probably thinking, why do we have to hear that story? But if you know, you know. So it'll be first down, Mission Vets. Ball is at the 20. Folks, you got to remember, it's been a long time. So Reyna once again under center. 4 wide for the Pats. Shotgun formation. Blitz is coming. Reyna does get loose. Looks for an open man. Rolls out. Pass is complete. Wow. Throws that one off his back foot. I got to give him credit. There is a flag. You know what? I think he went past. I think he went across. So, yeah, I think they're going to call it illegal forward pass against the Patriots. Yep, illegal forward pass. There you go. Good call. Jackets had him. I'll tell you what, they had him there. But when he rolled out, it looked like he just threw it at about the 21-yard line. So I thought, you know what? If they catch it, it's going to be an illegal forward pass. And sure enough, that's a 5-yard loss. It's going to be 1st and 15 now for the Patriots. So now the Patriots are going to send trips to the right. One man in the backfield. Reyna going to roll out to the right. Looks for an open man. That one is incomplete. Well defended by number 21, Marcos Garcia. Again, that's why I said challenge our D-backs. Challenge our D-backs. That's what I wanted to see. We do. That was one of our strengths on the defensive side of the ball, was our defensive backs this year. Exactly. So I believe it should be 2nd and 15 with the loss, or is it 3rd and 15? Okay, because I thought with the penalty, it would have remained first down. Maybe I'm wrong. That's a loss of down. That's right, loss of down. That is correct. So 3rd and 15. That's why I don't work for CBS, folks, or NBC. Pressure is on. Intercepted by the Jackets, number 36. Or actually, no, that is number 30. Okay, we don't have Jeremiah Sandoval with the INT. I tell you what, pressure was on Reyna, and then Sandoval right there. That is Jacket defense right there. I'm telling you, you put pressure on the kid, and he's going to throw the ball. And the Jackets were there. Now you're seeing this Thunder defense that we talk about. So Jackets in excellent field position. Deep in Patriots territory. Handoff. Mercado going to pick up some tough yardage. They're going to give him about 2. It looked like a lot more, but I think he kind of ran it a sideways motion. But still, a tough, hard running, 2nd down and 8. Quarterback rolls out, looks for an open man. That is caught. Still on his feet, still moving. It's going to be just shy of a 1st down on the reception. Ivan Garza, number 25, on the reception. So it's going to be 3rd. They're calling it 3rd and 3, but from my look, it's 3rd and 1. Yes, 3rd and 1. 2 backs in the backfield for the Jackets. Watch this. Oh, man. That one intended for, I believe, number 3, Morales. 4th down, I'm going for this. I'm going for this on 4th down. Ram it up the middle. Ram it up the middle. Can I say it, Pete? Can I say it? He got it. 1st down, Mercado. I was like, I got to have permission. That's the only thing, because I don't want to say it. 1st down, Mercado. On 4th and 1, when you're deep in that territory, you've got to do it. Because right now, all the momentum has shifted Edcouch's way, so you've got to keep that momentum in your favor. 1st and 10, ball at the 10-yard line. Jackets are threatening. Again, 2 men in the backfield. Handoff goes to number 9. That is Garcia. He's a big old boy. Let me tell you what. Looks like baby Bettis. Second and 1. Handoff once again. Can he get in? And he does. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Number 9, Aiden Garcia. So the interception by Sandoval sets up the touchdown. And, folks, after that first score by Vets, it has been all Jackets. I mean, if you think about this, they scored in what, about maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes? But ever since then, the last 8 minutes has been all Edcouch-Elsa. All the momentum is completely shifted to the Jackets, and now you got a 7-6 ball game, pending the extra point. Extra point is up and good. 2:43 remaining. 7-7. There is a flag on the field. So penalty as a defense, it is declined. Folks, we got a ball game. We got a ball game. Pete, I said it in pregame. We've got to find a way to stop the quarterback. We've got to find a way to apply pressure. We've got to try to slow him down. Obviously, we've seen his speed. We've seen what he can do running the ball. Obviously, the Jackets, if you notice now, they're starting to roll this guy out and make him try to throw off that back foot. But not only that, we're eliminating really, we're closing those gaps that are not allowing him to be able to really get out and run. And then offensively, they're gaining that confidence. Our quarterback is nice little pass play, run game's coming together. Hey, complete momentum shift. I mean, Jackets look great.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, for the exception of that long CD run, our defense has held up against them and pretty much kept them in check.
So here we go, kickoff by the Yellow Jackets. Ball goes into the end zone. So ball will go to the 25-yard line as always. When the ball goes into the end zone, automatically ball is at the 25-yard line. Once again, 4 wide, handoff to number 23, and he's trying to find anywhere. But, boy, the Jackets defense just literally nowhere to go. I mean, they locked up that backfield. He tried to run to the right, looked to the left, and the Jackets were like, no, senor, you're not going anywhere. Stops him for a loss. You're looking at 2nd and 11 for the Pats. So, again, they pretty much run, they either go trips, but they pretty much keep the 4 wide. Pressure is on again, and look at this. He is going down. Jackets defense is getting to the quarterback. Sack by the Jack, and there was a swarm of Jackets. I mean, there must have been at least 4 guys that were back there going after him, and he couldn't get out. I mean, Barry Sanders couldn't have spun his way out of that one, to be honest with you. That was easy a coverage sack, no doubt. I mean, they couldn't have thrown the ball. He had to just take it. So, big play for the Jackets. You're looking at 3rd and about 12. Again, 4 wide. Let's see what Reyna does. He's going to roll out. He's got time. Looks for a receiver. Incomplete. Big hit by number 35. That's Caleb Sandoval. And, boy, slow to get up is number 13. He took a shot. That's Edgar Hernandez. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, he took a shot. Old Sandoval hit. I mean, he did a little Slim Shady there. My name is. Wow. So another 3 and out for the Pats. Wow, folks. So, again, back deep. I'm trying to see who is back deep. I'm seeing if Pete might be able to see that for me. Because he's standing literally right at me. We got a flag. Delay of game. There we go. I might be able to see it now. I believe it's number 3. That is Brandon Morales. Okay. There we go. You got to remember, folks, I got 52-year-old eyes, so it makes it a little bit harder. Pete's a lot younger than me. So, don't worry. I can still see. In the worst case scenario, I can always, get these things fixed. There's such thing as glasses. I can get LASIK and get something done. Don't worry about that. Can't get rid of me that easy. So, I'll even go buy them big old goggles if I have to. I'll do whatever I got to do. It's a fake. I cannot believe they would go for a fake that deep in that is a shock. So Vets on a 4th and long, deep in wow. That's gutsy. I got to say, that was gutsy. I mean, you're looking at 4th and 16, and you just gave the Jackets the ball at the 20-yard line of Mission Vets. Mercado with a big run. Look at him go. Fumble on the play. Ball goes out, but I mean the Jackets have excellent field possession. Wow, that was either yeah. I think we're all just kind of looking at each other going, things that make you go, 2nd and 2, 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Handoff. And he takes the corner again to the right. And that's going to be, once again, Garcia. He's going to pick up an automatic first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. The two Aidens, I mean, now we're seeing the run game produce, which is what Cardenas said. We got to get the run game going. Rollout by Amaya. He's going to take it in himself, and that is a touchdown. Wow. Folks, do we need to question now if this kid was ready? Do we need to question if there's any butterflies in this young man's stomach? Do we need to question, is he ready for this game? No, he's ready. Mentally, he's ready. Touchdown Jackets, John Amaya. Give the kid credit. He came in. Wow. Unbelievable. 13-0. 13-7. I'm sorry. 13-7. Yellow Jackets. Complete shift of momentum. All I can say is wow. I mean, honestly, early on when Mission Vet scored, I thought, oh, man. But that was a wake-up call I think that Edcouch needed, because since then it has been absolute domination by the Jackets on both sides of the ball. They got the run game going. Amaya has stepped in and filled in nicely for Tank. Again, I know Tank would love to be out there. Like Coach Cardenas said, no matter what, Tank's our guy. If Tank is our guy, but we cannot risk him, furthering any more injury. John has experience, so we feel comfortable rolling him out. John's done a nice job filling in today. The run game is done great. Pete, the biggest thing that I like is, again, people questioned us in the trenches on offense and defense. I don't think you need to question anymore. They've won the trenches against Donna, and they're winning in the trenches tonight against Vets.
Yeah, it was some tough sledding early, but now they're starting to impose their will and starting to run the ball better.
So once again, kick out of bounds. We'll put the ball at the 25-yard line. And I'm telling you, Mission Vets is a solid program. I mean, they have a lot of guys that came back. This young kid, even though he's a sophomore, he's a great quarterback. His brother was an all-stater. This kid definitely is, the kid's their future. I mean, he's going to have a bright future. So there's a lot of talent on this team. Handoff goes to Vets as they decide to run the ball. They take a little play out of Edcouch's playbook and run it, pick up good chunk of yardage, get it to the 40-yard line. First down for the Pats. That's number 23 on the carry. Benji Martinez. So I'm going to see if they're going to try to get a playoff here. They might just let the clock go ahead and run out and go ahead and take this into the second quarter. Let Gilpin kind of talk to his guys a little bit. We're down to 2-1, and that is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Folks, what a swing of momentum as Veterans, within the first really minute and a half, scores on a huge running play by Roman Reina to take the 7-0 lead. But then after that, it has been all Edcouch-Elsa. Offensively, defensively, Special teams. They blocked a punt as well. They blocked a punt. And on that trick play, they stopped them. So 3 phases of football tonight they've played and done well. And they lead 14-7 going to the second quarter. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be back here for the second quarter in just a little bit. All right, folks, start of the second quarter. 14-7. Jackets over the Patriots. John Cannon here live at Tom Landry Stadium. Deep shot. And he was going for number. I'm watching him as he comes back. Number 4 was over here, but he threw it right down the middle, I believe, at number 5. Yes, that was number, actually that was Hernandez, but he had Valverde there. I mean, all alone here on the right side, and coverage was all over at Hernandez. I think Hernandez was looking for a flag, but that was just excellent coverage by the Jackets. So 2nd and 10. Handoff goes to number 23. He's going to pick up some yardage, runs out of bounds, but we do have a flag. I believe it's going to be holding it, so that will negate the run. So that is going to move the ball back to the 29-yard line, it looks like. Yep. So that's going to be a loss of about 10 from the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 20. Again, 4 wide. Quarterback goes back to pass. Under pressure. Pass is incomplete, and they were gunning for him again. They were coming right at him. Yeah. Coming in for the pressure. I'm watching him as he goes back. I can see him right there on the edge. Number 43. Pedro Trevino. He was the one that was in the face of Reyna as he let that one go. So 3rd down and 20. So now he's going to load it up to the right-hand side, get one man to the left. Goes back to pass, looks, and it's going to go out. Looks like at about the 9-yard line. And that would make for a beautiful 91-yard, just drag that clock for about 10 minutes and 53 seconds, Pete. What do you think? I think that'd be nice. What do you think about that?
That'd be ideal.
I think so, too. I kind of like that. Coach Vic, call it in. Let me call. Like deal or no deal, call it in. So ball is at the 9. 10:53 remaining in the first half. 14-7 Edcouch-Elsa over Mission Veterans. Again, 2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff goes to Mercado. Mercado's going to pick up about a yard. It's about 2nd and 9. Enough once again, and there he is stopped. Pretty much in his tracks. He's not going to be able to pick up anything. Mercado. 3rd and say about the same, 3rd and 9. Should be a passing situation. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're going to bring in another receiver. Yeah, they're bringing in Villapando, sure enough. In fact, they might just spread everybody out here and just leave. Nope, they're actually going to leave one running back in the backfield. I thought maybe they might spread everyone out, but they're going trips to the left. Here comes blitz. And they hit fumble. Actually picked up by... Wow, okay. So, ball is caught actually on the fumble / pass play by Villapando. It's going to be short, but actually it is a gain. So, we're going to call it a fumble pass. Yeah. We're going to call that a little sidearm pass play. 4th and 7, definitely a punting situation. But... we got lucky because that would have been one that could have really hurt us. Yeah, but Pete, please don't jinx anything. Okay, just like I'm not saying those words that bit me in Cal Allen. Okay, sir. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. I've still taken heat from that, and that was what 20 years ago. No, not that long. I don't remember. I don't know. Whatever. We won't bring that up. That night was horrible. We had to sit in the press box. It was about 30-something degrees. It was sleet. It was freezing cold. And because I made one comment, Pete and I had to suffer up there. And everyone's sitting there, oh, how y'all feeling up there? You got any hot chocolate? Oh, we ran out. So here we go. It's going to be Mission Vets ball at the Jackets 37-yard line. Again, 4 wide. Quarterback rolls out under pressure once again. It looks like he's going to go ahead and run it. No, and again, I think was that an illegal forward pass? Or are they going to say it was a completed pass? They're going to give it a first down. I guess he just was able to get it just before the yard marker. It looked like he must have just got it off before he hit that yard marker. So it's going to be a first down. Well, that was close. Got to give him credit. That was a great play. I definitely can't take that away from him. So 1st and 10 on the pass play. Handoff to number 23, and he is going to get past some Jacket defenders. Plows his way forward to about the 22-yard line. Hard-nosed running. Another first down for Vets, as now they're starting to get a little run game going. So inside the red zone, ball is at the 18-yard line, 8:03 and counting. 1st and 10, Mission Vets. Handoff once again, and he finds a seam, and he's in. Touchdown. Number 23, Sandoval, finds a hole between the guard and tackle and is able to get past the linebackers and cruises into the end zone for a touchdown. Sorry, that is, correction. That is Benji Martinez, number 23. Benji Martinez, number 23, touchdown, Patriots. Kick is good. 7:53 in the second, 14-all. Well, you know, they're kind of taking a play out of our playbook, Pete. We've been able to establish the run game. We've done a good job of stopping their passing game. So what does Misfits do? Okay, let's challenge you with our run game and work for him right now. So got to give him credit. That's a great play.
Yeah, I think they're starting to know that maybe our secondary is nothing to play with, so they're taking their chances on the ground.
Hope everyone's having a great Friday night this evening. Of course, NFL football actually on for the first time. I don't even know. This may be the first time we've ever had an NFL Friday game there in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The Chiefs and the Chargers are playing tonight on YouTube. So I know George is excited. I think he has a Chargers defense on his fantasy football team. So and I believe the Chargers are ahead. So, and he's also a Taylor Swift fan. So he's it's a love story. Baby, just say yes. So Jackets pick up the ball at about the 18-yard line. Nice return, 30, 40, 45, 50. Gets out at about the 40, maybe 45-yard line. Great return by the Jackets. I'm trying to see who the ball. I believe that was Morales, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, Marcus Garcia was a returner on that one. So huge return by the Yellow Jackets. But they're actually going to call. Okay, they're going to call it out at the 45. But hey, what a return! What a return! 7:43 again. Just go back to what you were doing. Trips to the left, one man in the backfield. Option goes to number 9, Garcia. Smart play. Good, it was a great pitch. Good pitch. Picks up about 7. Second down and 3. Jackets go back, same formation. Back to pass. Amaya complete. And yeah, exactly. He had men around him and gets it right into the breadbasket of Villapando. First down at the 30. Tell you what, Amaya's challenging these guys. And he is hitting them in the numbers. This kid's come in confident. I like what I'm seeing. Yeah, exactly. So first and 10, 30-yard line, 6:44. Did he jump? Still on his feet, and he's going, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling to the 14, maybe the 16-yard line. Is Garcia had to do a little Chris Berman there. Attempted that. I don't know how well I did, but gets it to the 16. So Pete, John Amaya, he obviously they wait and see game time decision on Tank to find out, see if he can play. I mean, Coach Vic made it well known. He says, I want everyone to understand Tank's our guy. Tank had a great game last week, put up some great numbers. We talked about it. We talked about what he did in that Donna game. He played lights out. But it was Amaya. He got the call tonight. Obviously you gotta save your guy. You can't risk injury. He's come in. He's done a great job. I mean, I'm impressed with what I've seen. What's your assessment of him so far?
Yeah, I'm really impressed by Amaya. I mean, the moment doesn't seem to be too big for him. I'm guess he's leaning on that wealth of experience. I don't know if he's a 3 or 4 year letterman, but he has a wealth of experience, and he doesn't seem, like I said, the moment doesn't seem to be too big for him.
Handoff to Mercado. He is still working it and pushes his way for about 3 yards. As he dragged a couple of defenders with him along the way. About we're going to call it 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7. 5:46 and counting. Chew that clock. Take as much off as you can. Again, trips to the left for Edcouch. Mercado remains in the backfield. Roll out. Pass is complete to Villapando. He gets it to the 15-yard line. Clock's still going. Actually, they're going to give it to him at the 14. So they're going to give him maybe a yard on that play. So be curious to see what they come up with here. I mean, they're in field goal range, obviously. And, we've always been known to develop kickers. That's going to, yeah, we bumped into his running back there, and you knew he was in a little bit of trouble. Just couldn't get out of that one. So 4th down. I take a shot. If we got a kicking game, let's normally we've got a, we're going to give it a shot. They're going to roll Salinas out there. He's going to attempt, it looks like, a 34-yard field goal. Just right down the middle. I mean, look at that. It's perfect. I mean, it's got to get a good snap. Kick is up, and it's right down the pipe. That's good. Beautiful kick. 17-14. Jackets do retake the lead. 4:11 left in the first half. Yeah, it was a solid drive. So another solid drive. I mean, again, you got to give them credit. I mean, that on that 3rd down, they just they collided. It happens, But good thing about it is they were deep enough that they were able to get the 3 points. You always take the points no matter what. You take the points. You retook the lead. Short kick, and it goes out of bounds. So you're gonna, oh my gosh, you're gonna give Mission Vets great field position. First of all, very, very short kick. Goes out of bounds. Vets is going to have excellent field position right now. That one hurts with quite a bit of time on the clock. So we're going to see where they're going to mark it here. But, ouch. Nope, actually, they're going to give it to him at the 41-yard line of the Patriots. So, 3 receiver set handoff to number 23. He's going to run it to the left. Going to pick up a 1st down and still on his feet. Fumble on the play, and I believe Jackets do recover. Ball is recovered by the Jackets, yes. That's right. We get the ball at the half. So handoff and, stuffed in the backfield is Garcia, as he could not get through. They were able to stop him before he could find a hole. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. 3:35 and counting. 2nd and 12. Ball at the 42-yard line. Again, we have 3 receiver set. Amaya going to roll out, throws it incomplete. He was flirting there with danger a little bit because he had a defender, number 11, all over Villapando. So, I see what he was doing. I see it, but that was a close call. But no harm, no foul. We're okay. 3rd and 12. Now here, I guarantee you, Mission Vets is bringing the heat. They are going to bring the heat on this one, so he's got to be ready. Throws it deep. Ball is caught. Past the 50. That is Villapando. So now you're looking at 4th and 3. Yeah, you know what? I would go for it. Go for it. The clock runs. Well, no, I'm a risk taker, of course. I that's probably why I'm 0 and whatever in college football 25 with the Charlotte 49ers and So yeah, they're going to be saving punt. Obviously, yeah, they got the lead late. They get the ball back in the second half. Yeah, Pete, that's a smart move. I got to say. Pete's more conservative than me. Whereas I'm a risk taker.
Shoot at the hip.
Yeah, I shoot at the hip, exactly. And that's why I am 0 and whatever with the Charlotte 49ers. But now scored 286 to 12. But I took on the worst team for a reason. Anyway. Okay, so 2:24. Jackets need a big stop here. Obviously, the Pats have a long way to go. They're at the 13-yard line. 5 wide. Reyna under pressure. He's got nowhere to go. Throws it out of bounds. He really doesn't have a choice. Great job by the Jackets as they absolutely swarmed Reyna. Gave him no choice but to just get rid of the ball. 2nd down. And really, Reyna, that's kind of why he's had to really revert to the run game because that defense has just really been on him to where he hasn't had a lot of time to just kind of sit back and have time to really get rid of that football. He's going to tuck it and run it. And, he found him a seam. He's got a couple of men to beat. He's past the 50, going to run it out. Yeah, he did. He pump faked and kind of caught him off guard, and really faked left, went right, and found some good yardage, and he's got the Pats in some good territory. Thing is, Patriots have no timeouts. They have 0 timeouts, so it's actually or official timeout. Okay. Really, to be honest, Reyna right now, if you think about it, the thing that he has in his favor is the run. Yeah. Because we've pretty much got him to where we're putting the pressure on him in the backfield, to where we're forcing him to really throw either passes receivers, get rid of the ball quick or throw it out of bounds, or just throw the ball away. So really, his only chance is either run the ball himself, hand it up to his running back, which they've done a pretty good job with that. So now with 2 minutes left, 2nd and 12, pass is incomplete. He gets that one. And again, Jackets coverage. Number 7 was coming in hot. Garcia, boy, I tell you what, he was flying. He came in there and, like a spear. He was ready to pull a Roman Reigns, literally. That's right. That's right. OTC, one's in the sky. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. Yeah, he was coming. He was coming for him. 3rd and 12, 1:56. Rolls to the right. Again, under pressure. Gets loose. Still under pressure. lets the ball go incomplete. And again, he really had no choice. He had to get rid of the ball. Tried to find number 3, Virial, but I mean the Jackets were in his face. That defense was in his face, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 12. So that's a punting situation. Jackets really would love to get a good return here if possible. Back to receive, I believe, is Morales, number 3. They're going to let that one just go into the end zone. So I think if you're Coach Vic, go on with 3-point lead. You're okay. You know you're going to get the ball back in the second half. Obviously, you don't want to get too crazy right now. You don't want to, time is on your side. You've got a 3-point lead. You got a minute 40. They have no timeout, so they can't stop the clock at all. So to me, now here's a crazy thing though. They got 5 wide. So just as I say that, look what they're doing. So there goes Amaya, quarterback draw. No gain on the play, second down. No, but Edcouch calls a timeout. Well, they had no timeouts left. Mission Vets had no timeouts. Yeah, huh? Oh, Edcouch has no timeouts left. Okay. I'm so Mission Vets had 3. Edcouch has 0. So timeout Mission Vets. Okay, so Mission Vets does have 2 timeouts remaining. Edcouch has 0 timeouts left. That's right. That was the official timeout. You are correct. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. So Vets has 2 remaining. Edcouch has 0 timeouts left. So okay, now they do have 1 man in the backfield. Trips to the left. Screenplay to Mercado, and again, nowhere to go. They're going to call timeout again. Yeah, exactly. They're going to use their timeouts. So it'll be interesting to see what the Jackets have drawn up. Are they going to play conservative here, or are they going to take a shot? Obviously, you've got 4 wide. They're going to hand it off, pound it. Mercado picks it up. Timeout again, so that's going to be 4th down with a minute 23 remaining. And again, Mission Vets is going to have excellent field position. Now with no timeouts remaining on the clock, so okay. There we go. We getting it, folks. We getting it. Sometimes you got to get that rust off a little bit. The Jackets will be punting back from the 5. Nice punt. And that one's going to be down at about the 50-yard line. That's where the Patriots will get the ball with a minute 16 left to work in the half. So This is where the defense is really going to have to come up strong. But he's letting his receiver know, you went off the route that I was trying to throw. That's going to bring up second down and 10. Of course, both teams have 0 timeouts. One minute 8 left. Again, Reyna back to pass, throws it, completed. Gets to the 40, goes out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. That is going to be Joey Hernandez, number 5. Minute 1. Now, knowing Gilpin, he is not very keen on field goals. He likes TDs. So he's going to do everything he can to score. I'm not being, no, don't, why you look at me like that? I'm being serious. He does not, he wants to score. I mean, everyone's looking at me like I'm just said a bad word or something, Back to pass is complete once again, still on his feet, number 5. And he does get out of bounds. Again, that is Hernandez, number 5. So they're working the sidelines. I mean, that's they have to. Again, with no timeouts remaining, that's your only chance to stop the clock. Ball is at the 24. 54 seconds left. Jackets up 3, 17-14. Expect him to be looking a lot at Hernandez. Rolling out. Pass incomplete. Short. Intended for number 17. That's SP out of bounds at about the 14. Brings it down to the 40-second mark. Just chipping away a little bit at a time here. Again, both teams have no timeouts. They cannot stop the clock. The only way they can stop the clock is they have to get out of bounds. That's the only way Mission Vets can stop the clock. So again, keeping one man in the backfield. Handoff, and he does not get out on that one. That was number 0, Ryan Guerra. They're going to try to get to the line quick. 25 seconds. 4th and 4, yeah, they're going to have to go for it. You cannot spike this one. They're going to have to go for it. So false start, that's going to move the ball back. 16 seconds. Wow. I'm surprised on 3rd down they would run that, to be honest. That surprised me a little bit. So, yeah, you got to take a shot at the end zone right now. It's 4th and 8. I mean, to be honest with you, your only hope is try to get the sideline right now, or you go for the gusto. That's about it. So 4th and 8, 10-second runoff. Yeah, 6 seconds. Yeah, you got to go for it all here. 6 seconds left. You got to go for the end zone. Throws it and wide open touchdown. Mission Vets all alone in the end zone on the right side. That was number 5. I believe that was Hernandez. And he was right there. I mean, backyard, that's backyard football right there. 20-17 Pats. Kick is up and it is good. 1 second left on the clock. Wow. Give Reyna credit. I mean, he you know, he found his guy. I mean, and that's what I said. You got to look for Hernandez. That's been your guy all night, and he was wide open. I mean, he threw it, and by the time the Jackets finally had realized, it was too late, and he was in. So give him credit. I mean, that was a great play. But again, it's still anybody's ball game. It's 21-17. Jackets go into the half, make some adjustments. I mean, they're far from out of this. If you think come on, you're sorely mistaken, because you get the ball back in the second half. Um, there's a lot of game left, and this has been a very well played ball game by both teams. Clean, honestly. I mean, it's been so far, clean game. A couple of turnovers, really, but in actuality, I mean, two big plays really by Mission Vets, Pete, is what they've done, and really, that's it. So a squib kick, and it's going to go out of bounds, and that is going to take us to the half. So if there is a penalty, or are they not going to call it? No, I think that's going to do it, folks. So that is going to take us to halftime, folks. Your halftime score, the Mission Veterans Memorial Patriots 21, your Edcouch-Elsa YellowJackets 17. We're going to go and take a break for halftime. We will see you in about 28 minutes, folks. All right, folks, we're getting ready for the start of the third quarter. We got a couple of halftime scores we're going to pass along. One is a shocker, actually. This halftime scores we're going to pass along. One is a shocker, actually. That's going to be, you're going to be like, 14, Rio Grande City, 0. Bishop 14, Pace 14, Rio Grande City 0. Bishop 14, Pace 14. La Feria 27, Hidalgo 0. Here is your shocker in the third quarter. Enberg High 7, Enberg Vela 0. Now that is a shocker. That one I did not expect. So those are your halftime scores. Folks, here, getting ready to start the third quarter, 21-17, Mission Vets over Edcouch-Elsa. First half assessment, obviously, Mission Vets came out strong. First drive, Reyna took charge, ran it in for about a 48-yard touchdown run with about a minute and a half on the clock. Gave his team a 7-0 lead from there. Edcouch-Elsa caught a couple of big breaks. They answered back 7-7. Took the lead, 14-7, pretty much took control the rest of the way. Mission Vets then reverted to the run game. Got their run game going. They were able to punch one in. Tied it up at 14. Jackets able to drive the ball back downfield. Impressed with a John Amaya so far. Quarterback thought he's done a nice job. Edcouch gets a field goal. They're up 3. Kind of back and forth from there, but then Mission Veterans gets the ball. One thing I said, as long as there's time on the clock, anything can happen. 6 seconds left. Quarterback Reyna finds his main receiver, number 5, Hernandez, in the end zone all alone, which gave them the 21-17 lead going into halftime. Now, the Jackets get the ball back in the second half. Again, really, besides the 2 plays, Pete, by Mission Vets, I'm very impressed with the Jackets defensively and how they have been able really to contain Reyna and put pressure on him to where he's had to either A, throw the ball away, or really hasn't been able to get into a groove to where he's been able to settle in and hit his receivers.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I was talking to some of the coaches, and yeah, they have 142 yards rushing, but like you said, the majority of those are coming off 2, maybe 3 runs. So we've done a good job of limiting them.
So Amaya, intended pass for number 3, Brandon Morales, is incomplete. Now, go to our end. Amaya comes in to fill in for Tank, who was injured. Started off first drive, a couple of incomplete passes, over the head. But since then, man, he's been clutch. What about this kid? I'll tell you what, he's shown with his legs what he can do. He's taking control. They've taken the gloves off. They're running a full playbook with this guy. They're not sugarcoating anything with him.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Kind of like, I mean, you would expect the coaching staff to maybe baby him a little, or play conservative, but they've seem to be using the whole playbook.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're opening it up for him. So that was a handoff or a pitch actually to Mercado. Pickup of 1, 3rd down and 9 for the Jackets. Ball is at the 35-yard line. 3rd and 8. I'm sorry. So the Jackets again are going to send trips here to your right, and one man is to the left with one man in the backfield, shotgun formation. He rolls out looking for an open man. Pass is complete. And I'm telling you, he's been doing that. He's been able to find that. That's Melgoza. And that's one thing I like. He sits back there, and he takes his time, and, man, he flings that ball. And, again, in coverage. And he's not afraid. And one thing about it, Pete, he hits him directly in the numbers. And he will challenge those defenders.
Yeah, he seems to be getting more confident as the game goes along because he's throwing it in tight windows and being successful with it.
And one thing you notice is they get to the line quickly. Another pass complete right there. That one to Villapando. And, I mean, look, if you notice, they're getting to the line. They're getting the play into him right away, and they're not messing around. I mean, they've taken the training wheels off this kid. They're letting him go. So another first down by the Jackets. Jackets are moving. They are in Mission Veterans territory. 10-24 and counting. that one was a botched snap. He does pick it up, but he is stopped in the backfield. We have an injury. Looks like it's going to be a Patriots player down. We're going to want to take an injury timeout here, folks, for just a second. So number 90, Jair Campos, he is able to walk off on his own power. That's always good. You never want to see anybody get injured in these games. So, good thing he was able to get up, and hopefully, he was able to get back in. But luckily he's able to walk off on his own power. So Jackets, now they are spreading everybody out 5 wide. Trips to the right, Twins left. Here we go. He is under pressure. Oh, man. Yeah, he had Morales. He had Morales in sight, and it was just short. But Vets was coming for him. I mean, he got that off. But, even under the pressure, he had a receiver there. He didn't throw it away. It was so once again, they're going to go right back at it. 3rd and 13. 5 wide. He's rolling out, looks deep. Incomplete. Intended for Villapando. That's going to be a 4th down. Fourth and 13, so that's going to be a punting situation. But, again, give the O-line credit. They gave him time to throw the ball. Villapando, he just threw it a little bit past him. But, the kid is showing some confidence, man. I got to give it to him. They're going to come. They're going to come. So, he got that one off. That was close. Good punt. Good punt. Rolls into the end zone. But, boy, I tell you what, give Salinas credit, man, because that was over his head, and he was able to get that off. That was, whew. If they would have blocked that one, they could have taken that one to the house. So, but luckily it was, he got it off. Nice punt. Mission Vets ball at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Reyna. Let's see what adjustments they've made. Now, I'm curious to see what adjustments they have made, knowing that this defense has really been on him a lot in that first half. So, are they going to revert to the run? Counter play to the left, and they're going to run it out. Again, that's number 23. That is Martinez. He's going to pick up about 5 or 6, I believe, on that play. It was 2nd and 5. Gets it to the 25. So, again, they're sticking with the 4 receivers, 1 man in the backfield for Reyna. They either go trips or they go twins right, twins left. Nope, they're actually spreading everyone out. They're leaving him all alone, and that is dangerous all over him. Number 32, Derek Cárdenas, He's like, okay, you want to be by yourself? He was like licking his chops. I mean, he said, okay, thank you. And he was on him and sack. That was a massive play by Derek Cardenas. So third and, I'm going to say third and 14. I bet he's thinking, man, I should have left that guy back here. So, exactly. Yeah, look, here he comes again. There he goes again. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, no. Derek Cardenas, I tell you something. That guy, I mean, he had him, spun around, some way, got a hold of him. How? I have no idea. Pulled him and brought him down. Wow. Another sack. Fourth down. That's going to misses have to punt out of their end zone. What a play. Back-to-back sacks. Look at the Jackets. They have a receiver at the Patriots 40. A returner. Do not touch the ball. There you go. Yeah, don't, please, whatever you do. Yeah, let it. Don't be. You got excellent field position right now. Don't flirt with disaster. Wow, that was big. That was big. You could see it. The way he lined up, he saw that gap, if you notice, and knew that if he could get right through there, the way that running back came out for that screen, he had a straight shot at him. So here we go, folks. 1st and 10. 2 running backs in the backfield. You got Mercado and Garcia. Handoff. Nope. Actually, passing play is complete, but Mercado on the pass play is going to take a little bit of a loss. He might get back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like he does get back to the line of scrimmage. So it won't be a gain. It will be 2nd and 10. He was looking for Mercado over there on the left. That one is incomplete. So 3rd down and 10. They need to get about. Oh man, they're at the what, 30? I'm going to say they need to get a good 15 yards to be in field goal range at least, I think. Personally. They need to try to get the ball. Well, they'll get a 1st down. Obviously, duh. But, he's under pressure, and, he took a sack. Fumble. And Mission Vets with the recovery. They're going to have field position at the Yellow Jackets 40-yard line. Yeah, they were coming right at him. He really didn't have a choice. He had to hold on to that ball. Wow. That's about all he could do, Pete. He had to hang on to that ball. I mean, he couldn't let it go.
Yeah, he's done a good job all night, but he needed to do a better job of tucking that ball and just taking the loss, the sack.
Yeah. So, again, going to come down to the defense here. Ball is at the Jackets 40, 1st and 10. So now this is where you play chess. This is a game of chess right now. Handoff. And that's going to be a gain of about 5, maybe 6. That goes to Martinez. Actually, maybe even a gain of 7. They're going to give it a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. 6:45 and counting in the 3rd quarter. 17-21, Patriots over the Jackets. Ball rests at the 33-yard line. Again, twins to the right, twins to the left. Handoff again, right up the middle. They just right up the middle. Attacks, first down. So I mean, Vets they're going to the run game now. They're going to the run game. So 1st and 10, once again for Vets, 24-yard line. That one's going to be a quarterback keeper, counter to the right, and he's going to get past the 20-yard line. I got a feeling this is what they might just start doing, running the ball. Ball at the 19, 2nd and 5. Jackets have got to find a way to stop this running game. Once again, handoff, and there you go. Nice stop by the Jackets as they're finally able to slow them down. Might be a loss of no. They're going to say that he, no gain. So it's still going to be 3rd and 5. And Noah Gilpin, he would gamble and go for this in this position if it's 4th down. If that should happen. So Trips, quarterback, goes for the pass, and that one is complete and touchdown. Touchdown, Vets. Number 0, Ryan Getter on the wheel route. Right there. 27-17 Vets. So pending the extra point. Extra point is up, and it is good. 4:22 remaining, 3rd quarter. 28-17 Mission Veterans over Edcouch-Elsa. Still a lot of game. Still plenty of game left. I mean, this is far from over. Jackets need to relax. You need to relax. It's just to score a game, but again, you need to. You need to make something of this drive right now. So back to return for the Jackets. Let's see, number 3, and that's going to be a short one. Number 16, I believe, does recover it. Should be Melgosa. Yeah, he does pick it up. So going to get it at the 30-yard line. So again, Jackets, just go back to what you do. Got a lot of game left. Plenty of game left. No. One running back in the backfield. Pass is complete to number 3. He's going to pick up a couple of yards. That's Morales. Gain of 2. You're looking at about gain of 3, 2nd and 7. .356 and counting. Spreading everybody out once again. He's going 5 wide. Quarterback draw. Nice spin move. There you go. That's okay. Personal foul. Should be an automatic first down against Mission Vets. That was a smart play. Again, I got to give Amaya credit. He spread him out, and he took the ball and ran it. He was able to pick up, again, you don't ever want to get your quarterback hurt, but hey, moves him up all the way to the 50-yard line. So, again, he's going 5 wide once again. Back to pass, rolls out, looks for an open man, pass is incomplete. Intended for number 24. Mason Villapando. Once again, no man in the backfield. Trips to the right. Doubles to the left. 5 wide. Pressure is on, and he... Nope, it's a fumble picked up by Mission Vets. And that's exactly what we said in pregame they cannot do. Tale of two halves. This is what's killing them, turnovers. That will absolutely destroy you. So here we go. Mission Vets with the ball. This could All right, defense has got to come up with something here. So Vets got the ball at the 45. 1st and 10, 3:19 and 3rd. Up 11. Reyna, tip pass. Number 43, Pedro Trevino, got a hand on it. You got to settle Edcouch down. You got to settle down that offense. If the defense, if they can hold them here, again, you just settle down. There's a lot of time left. You're only down 11. This game is far from over. Gotta relax. False start should be against Mission Vets. I mean, go back to what was working for you. Don't. I mean, Pete, my thing is, I think they're trying to change things up. Don't change what worked for you. Keep it the way it was. You can't be in panic mode right now. You know what I mean? I'd go back and keep doing what I was doing.
Yeah, I think that's you might be true. I mean, it might be right what you're saying because, they're down 2 scores and clock's kind of running out on them, so they might be panicking and trying to not play their usual game, what they're used to, which is kind of running the rock. But, it's been hard all night, so I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, did they get him to jump? Out of bounds, but was there a flag on the jump by the Jackets? That's what we're looking for right now. It doesn't look like it. They did not get him, so there's going to be an incomplete pass. 3rd and 15. This will be a big stop. And again, here's what I would do. If we stop them and we force a punt, go back to running the ball. Throw those little slant passes. Hit those little pass plays. let Amaya run the ball a little bit. Yeah, move the football. You got plenty of time. You got the entire fourth quarter. You get a score. You know, you're down you're still in this thing. The time. I mean, come on. It's not like it's 2 minutes and 39 seconds of the fourth quarter. Put the pressure on it. There you go. Uh-oh. Okay, they fooled me there. I didn't see that. I saw the quarterback, so. Screen pass. I was fooled. I was watching the quarterback. Screen pass, and that's a first down. I was too busy trying to set up the rest of the game. See, that's what happens. That's why I'm not a coach. That's why my Madden team is 0-11. So Benji Martinez with the first down. 2 minutes on the clock. Third quarter. Handoff. Nice stop by the defense. They were able to create a wall and just not let him through there whatsoever. 2nd and 11. Clock is ticking. No, I mean, even if you're down 11 in the fourth, that's fine. You're okay. There's a lot of time left. You got an entire quarter to play. You cannot panic in a time like this. Nice hit. Ball is out of bounds, incomplete. You're okay. Third down. He took a hit. He took a shot. That's what I'm saying. Go back to what you're doing. Apply the pressure on the quarterback. Go back and put that pressure on him. They're not going to run it. Third and 11. Ball's at the 35. Again, Gilpin ain't a field goal guy. He's gonna gamble. He's gonna go for it. He won't because he protects his leads. So, 3rd and 11. Jackets need a big stop here. Pressure is on. Pass is complete. That is a big stop. That's going to be short. This is decision time right now. No, it's short, I believe. It's 4th and short. Holding. That thing is coming back. There you go. That's big. Look at Gilpin. He is oh, he's furious. Look at him. Uh-oh. Oof. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's one thing that I miss about the sidelines. I miss hearing when coaches were angry. And I'd look at him, get out of my way. Okay, I'm sorry. You got it, man. No problem. Cool. You better not be recording. No. I'm good. Don't worry. 3rd and 21. Reyna back to pass. Pass is complete. And there you go. Good stop. You're looking about 4th and 8 right now. If they do decide to go for it, again, they're in no rush to get this playoff at all. They protect. Yeah, they're going to protect this lead. Yeah, no. They're in no rush. They got plenty of time. They're probably going to. I'm sure they're going to go ahead and take the quarter. They're going to take the quarter and make a decision here on 4th what to do. So it looks like we're going to go ahead and say end of the 3rd quarter. We sure are. This is a big gamble here. 4th and 8. We're going to stick with this. We are not even going to take a timeout here. 28-17, Mission Veterans over at Edcouch-Elsa. Jackets, we're going to see what happens here. Vets, as of right now, has their offense on the field to go for this. On 4th down. Ball is at the Jackets' 32-yard line. Again, me knowing Gilpin as well as I do, many years, he ain't a field goal guy. If he's gonna go for it, he's gonna go for it. Okay. The offense is going on the field, so if the Jackets need to make this stop, if they can make this stop, then you know what? Get the ball back, score. It's a one-possession game. That's it. That's it. Here we go. Fumble. Picked up, and there you go. That's exactly what you needed. There you go. There you go. Okay, now, again, you're fine. Plenty of time on the clock. The clock stops 11:55. Go back. I would not be doing this five. I'd run the ball. These short passes. Do what you did when you put up those points. That's what I would do. Don't get crazy right now. Don't get, that's me. Again, I mean, 4 receivers set, 1 running back is in the backfield. Plenty of time left. Quarterback rolls out. Pass is incomplete. That was close. That was close. I think I would have run that one. I think he had some yardage. He would have picked up some big yards, but try to find the open man. There they go. They're going 5 wide. I mean, they're leaving nobody in the backfield. That's the thing is you're, you got to get that open man. Pat. Oh. He had him right there. That was in his hands. That would have been a first down. That was intended for number 16, Melgosa. This is where I worry about nerves for a young quarterback, because I think he's more worried about the score and the scoreboard than worrying about, hey, just relax. You know what I mean? That's my concern. Nice pass. Pass is complete. What do they call it? I think we got it back from the way it looks. Viapando got it back. He caught it, fumbled it, and then okay, Brandon Morales caught it, fumbled it, then Viapando landed on it. It's a big play, big break. So Jackets ball at the Veterans 32-yard line. Again, we're going 5 wide. Plenty of time left. Again, they're showing blitz. Yep, they got him to jump. False start. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Even if we get a field goal, it's 28-20. We'll take it. We'll take it. I mean, still. You take any points you can get right now. You've got to think any points you can get, you got to take them. Obviously, touchdown is what you want, but you take points. 1st and 15, quarterback keeper runs it up, no gain. Second and 15. I'm trying to figure the range of our kicker. I know he's got a big leg from what I understand, but to be safe, I think we need to get him to about the 25-yard line. To be honest, what do you think, Pete? I think we get him to 25, we'll be okay. Yeah, against the wind, we need to get him there at least. I mean, I'm going conservative here, folks. I'm thinking conservatively. Man is in motion. Jet sweep, number 24, and he's going to be stopped short. This Veterans defense is Just not. We're not able to break loose of them. Third and 14 now. 9:47 and counting. We need to really. I mean, I think really this is 4-down territory. I mean, you're down 2 scores. You have to. Quarterback goes back to pass. Pass is incomplete. Are they bringing him out? They're bringing him out. They're bringing him out, folks. You're going to try it. We're looking at a 49-yarder. I mean, this would be big if he can convert. This would be a big field goal. 49-yarder. False start against the offense. Oh. Now you're looking at a 54-yarder. Oh, man. I mean, 4th and 19, you got to. Oh, gosh. They're going to punt. Yeah. Ball goes into the end zone. So, Vets ball. 9:12 on the clock, 28-17. Patriots. Oh, that hurt. Exactly what we said in pregame. Penalties and little mistakes we couldn't make. And guess what? Fumble, penalties, little mistakes have resulted in this. So here we go. Ball at the 20. Handoff on the counter play. Nowhere to go. Martinez on the run. 2nd down and 10. $8:50 and counting, 4th quarter. Jackets are down 11, 28-17. They need to make this stop. They need to get their offense on the field as quick as they can. Quarterback keeper, and there he goes. Should be a flag. So it's going to bring it back a bit. So that's going to negate the run. But is the spot foulers are going to be from? No, they are going. Nope, 10 yards. Okay, so they're doing it from the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 20. So no spot foul on that one. 8:26, 4th quarter. 28-17 Mission Vets over at Edcouch-Elsa. Quarterback goes back to pass, throws it. Oh, he's open and he's gone. Number 15, 10-5, touchdown. Jacob Gonzalez. Wow. What a play. You can see it. He just rolled out. He rolled out. Look. and he let that ball fly. And that receiver was all by himself. There wasn't, there wasn't a defend him even near him. Touchdown. Wow. Good play. You got to give credit where credit's due. Good play. Bad snap. And the Jackets, PAT is no good. So 34-17. 8:10 left in the fourth. I think that, Pete, just that's 3 scores. That's gonna be tough. We're gonna have to score quickly. We've seen a lot happen, obviously, in football, but we'd have to score fast. That would cut it to 10. That field goal, if we would have made it, that would have helped. That would have made a 2-score game, but looking at it now, you're looking at 3 scores. Because even if you added 2 2-point conversions, that's still not going to do it. We just, we got to fight. Let's show some fight in this last 8-10. These are the games, I'm telling you, against a team like this, that you want to look. This is what you're going to see going forward. This is what you're going to see against a Mercedes team. This is what you're going to see in district. This is what you're going to see. So if you want to figure things out, you got to figure it out against a team like Mission Vets.
Yeah, like you said, John, we have one of the tougher non-district schedules. So, if we're going to struggle, let's get the bumps out of the way in non-district and get ready for district play. But
and if you think about it again, we talked about it. Gilpin, Mission Vets breeds quarterbacks. He's had all-state quarterbacks almost every year. And this is the next kid that's going to be the guy. So, and we saw him right now. That throw was absolutely gorgeous. That was like playing Tecmo Bowl, if you remember back in the day. That was absolutely gorgeous. So here we go. Jackets, handoff to number 9, Garcia. There is a flag on the play. Pass interference against the defense. So that'll be an automatic first down for Edcouch-Elsa. And he's right. Pete's right. I would any day of the week rather have a schedule like we have than play a cupcake schedule. You're playing Donna, Mission Vets, Mac High, PI, and Enberg. They're not slouches. These are all teams that we're probably going to be playoff teams, could possibly win in district. Okay. Are solid traditional programs that have excellent tradition. And are going to test your team when it comes to district play and further when it comes to the playoffs. So 3rd and 2. So what do we have? 3rd and 6 is 7:20 remaining in the game. 3 receivers, 2 running backs in the backfield with Amaya. Nice run. Still on his feet. He's still fighting. He's still pushing. It's number 9, Garcia. That's going to be a first down. There you go. That's okay. You know what? We'll take it. You know, show some fight. The last 7 minutes and 9 seconds, show some fight. Show some fight. That's all you want to see. Show some fight here. You know, and so nice stop again by the Vets defense. I say they're getting in that backfield. Number 9, Garcia tried to run that counter to the right, but just to no avail. Second down and 13. Ball's at the 47. 6 minutes, 18 seconds. The clock is ticking. Final quarter. Jackets would love to get a score here. That one just short. It was looking for Villapando over the middle. Just in front of him. 3rd and 13. Nice run by the quarterback, Amaya. And remember, you're doing this with your backup quarterback, too. Got to remember that. I mean, you got to consider that, too. 4th down and 5. I'm risking this. I'm risking it. I mean, come on. You need to get some points on the board. Do it. There you go. Go for it. Come on. Pass is incomplete. Once again, intended for Villapando. So that's going to give Vets the ball back with 5:12 on the clock. 34-17. Patriots with the lead. Trying to see if they are switching quarterbacks. I think they are. Yeah, they're going with a new quarterback. It looks like number 3, Villarreal, is going to be the new quarterback. Handoff on the counter, number 26. That is Carlos Abrego. Garcia on the stop. Marcus Garcia. 2nd and 10. 4:47 and counting. Final quarter play. Again, you know, you learn from this. You played solid football. You hung with them. You had a couple of bad breaks that happened. You know, a couple things didn't go your way. Unfortunate turnover, some penalties, some little things that happen. You know, it's part of the game. But what do we always say? You do it now in non-district play. And again, you're not playing just some ho-hum team. You're playing a team that is definitely a playoff team. You're playing a team of tradition. You're playing a team that has a very good offense. You know, he said it himself. He's going to have a solid defense. Pass goes over the head of his receiver. So it's 4th down. Mission Vets every year they're in the playoffs. They're in a very, very tough district. But they always put up a fight. Coach Gilpin, great coach, coaches these kids up. They're a storied program. So I mean, you're playing. To me, a team that really is comparable to what you're going to see, really against the likes of like Mercedes in my eyes. So, and really even next week too against Mac High. Mac High is they're going to be physical. They're going to be physical, and that's what you want. You want these teams that are going to challenge you. That way, when you assess everything going into that bye, you say, okay, Donna game, Mission Vets game, okay. This game, okay. Now, what do we need to do? We got Mercedes. What do we need to do? Now, obviously, after this game, okay, you know what? We did this. Good. Okay, this obviously turned into this to this. Okay, what do we need to fix? Let's fix it. Because it's a short week. Remember, we go to Mac High on Thursday. So we don't got a lot of time. And depending on Tank's health, it's a short week. We don't know if he's going to play. We don't know yet. It just depends on his status, if he's going to be able to play or not. So they may roll out Amaya. And again, Amaya hasn't played bad. You can't take nothing away from the kid. To me, it's just a couple of bad breaks that hurt us tonight. Handoff to number 9, Garcia. .324 and counting. But, if you ask me, if you look at the score, and I don't know, Pete, what you think, but the score doesn't reflect the way that I saw how these kids played tonight. I think the kids played hard. I think they did some good things tonight. I think if you really think about it, it was 2 blown coverages. It was right here. Actually, 3 plays. That long run, that touchdown, and that you take 21 points away. Okay? 3 plays. Now, I'm not very good at math. That's 13 points. Okay? 13 points. That's 17-13. Edcouch wins the game.
Yeah, I mean, we needed to do a better job of stopping the quarterback on his rushing plays, because I believe the DBs it was busted coverage because they were looking in the backfield. They were worrying about the quarterback hurting them with their legs, which he has been doing, but that led to the blown coverage.
Yeah, and you got to remember, they spread everybody out because they were looking at the 4, and next thing you know, the guy was one-on-one by himself, and then they bring the other guy out. So the next thing you know, hey, whoa, we got 5 wide. Well, guess what? This guy's just, boom, gone to the end zone. So, I mean, these are all lessons learned, and this is still a young football team. But what a better way to learn than game footage, live game against a team like this, who's going to make you better. So on the penalty, first down, nice run. Look at Amaya go. There you go. Hey, we get a score here. It's something, you take whatever you can get. If we can get a score, you go down 10 to this game. Hey, you know what? You take it. You take it. At least the kids didn't quit. They didn't give up. They fought. They put a touchdown on the board. Nothing wrong with that. So I think we might have a timeout. 2-minute warning. Okay. 2 minutes remaining, 34-17. Again, folks, we do want to remind you that next week We do play on Thursday. Next week's going to be a busy week, actually. George told me on the drive over here, he says, I hope your schedule is pretty free next week because we have volleyball on Tuesday, we have football on Thursday, and we have volleyball on Saturday. So I'm like, well, it's all right with me, you know. And he's like, okay, all right, as long as yeah, heck yeah. So yeah, all at home. Well, no, I'm sorry. Volleyball home Tuesday. We're at Mac High on Thursday, and then Saturday is at home. So for volleyball, we're gonna be busy, but that's the way we like it. But it is a short week for Edcouch. So in a way, I kind of like that because you know what? You really don't think about this loss. You get back to work, and nice quarterback sneak. Look at that. I mean, hey, you know what? I like that. We're putting something together here. You know, let's get a score. Put some points on the board. I got nothing wrong with that. I like a team that shows fight, that doesn't just put their heads down and cave it in, man. Some people might disagree with me, but, you know, everybody has an opinion, and that's fine. But, you know, they're showing fight. This team is showing some fight in them. Pass play. That is an interference. There you go. That's huge. Yeah. That is either interference or fake smash. It's probably both. Well, either way. But that was as obvious as can be. That's going to be first and goal. That's a big break. That's a big break. There you go. Now, this is a little crazy question here for you. We score. You onside kick it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, what's there to lose?
We got a good kicker. I'm telling you. I mean, I'd throw everything out there. Why not? Handoff. Number 9, still going, battling. Gets across the 10-yard line to about the 8. Minute 10 remaining. They'd love to get a score here. And this would be big. To me, this would be huge for their confidence.